few months ago, a film named Picnic was on release, and you'll remember the girl that played opposite William Holden in the character role of Madge. Remember her? And more recently, in Frank Sinatra's outstanding picture, The Man with the Golden Arm, there was that fascinating girl again who played Molia, Kim Novak. Remember? How lovely she is. You'd like to meet her? You can, you know, because she's here now. And we are very happy to see you here, because this is your very first visit, isn't it, to this country?
Yes, it is. It's very nice to be here. It's raining a little on my arrival, but I kind of think it's a good sign. It rained in Cannes the first day, and it went very well, so I'm happy.
You had a very good time at Cannes, didn't you?
Yes, wonderful. I was so excited because I didn't think that... I didn't expect it, I should say, because neither Picnic or The Man with the Golden Arm is played there, you know. Mm. And I didn't think that they would know me. And surprisingly, I got a very nice welcome. It's nice to go somewhere where it's not your home and people to be nice to you and warm and friendly.
You'll find that people will be very nice to you over here as well.
I hope so. Keep my fingers crossed.
Miss Novak, I'd like to ask you about your leading men, William Holden, for instance, and Frank Sinatra. Can you give me a co-star's impression of these people?
Yes, it's funny how everyone wants to know. Fans especially, you know, they write me, what's it like to work opposite someone like Bill Holden or Frank Sinatra? And it's not the easiest thing to say, and yet they're very different people. You know, William Holden, I don't know, have you met Bill Holden and Frank Sinatra?
No.
Frank Sinatra's been here, though, hasn't he, in a program? And they're very different. Frank, for instance, is a very intense person and very much a perfectionist, which I like very much.
What about Bill Holden?
And Bill Holden, of course, is, well, you can't find a finer man than Bill. He's a perfect gentleman, the ideal man that, the way he is on the screen, everyone would find him that way. Women all love him. He's very nice and fine to work with. He's very exacting. Like Frank, and yet in a different way. I mean, he's very practical, and it's hard to explain, but...
Now, your third big-name leading man, Tyrone Power. There's a new film we're going to see you in quite soon, isn't there?
Yes.
The Eddie Duchin story.
It's going to have its world premiere here. Yeah. The Eddie Duchin story with Tyrone Power. And
what's that about?
That's another kind of man again.
Yeah. What is it about the film, now?
Well, it's Eddie Duchin, as you probably know, was a very, very famous piano player in the United States, mostly in New York. And, let's see, he had a most colorful life, very colorful life. Was married to a top society woman from New York, which I play, Marjorie. And he has a son, and it shows his whole life as he gets into the business of the piano playing and what his love with Marjorie.
Tell me about Tyrone Power. How did you find him now as the third big name?
Let me see. Of course, Tyrone Power was my idol since I was I don't know how old. I've always loved him, and he's so handsome and so fine. He was just right for Eddie Duchin, because he's so much like him. Surprising. If you knew Eddie Duchin, this is just the way he was. He turns in a wonderful performance. And also very nice to work opposite. It's awfully hard to look in his eyes, though, and not melt to pieces. To stand and do a love scene with him, you know, this close, it's just too much. But it's nice.